Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my Grand Exchange only account. On this account, I'm trying to get 1,000 total level without ever leaving the Grand Exchange area, and guess what guys, we finished off last episode at 990 total level, which means we are incredibly close to reaching our goal. So after nearly 6 months, we have almost reached our goal. I'm extremely excited to finally just bang that out and get it done with, something we've been working towards for a long time now. So let's just go ahead and get started guys. Hope you enjoy. Well, finally another chance at the beekeeper outfit. You don't get these too often. And look at that guys, we ended up getting the beekeeper legs. Hopefully eventually we could actually finish the entire set. They look pretty good. I don't really know if they were going to replace our elven pants, but well, maybe we'll give them a try. So with our fashionable new pants on, we are going to be crafting around 10,000 Dragonstone Dragon Bolts. They have a really good margin on them right now. 70 GP per bolt, which means we're just going to make around 700k on all of these. Plus just really good fletching experience, always down to do this. And if you look down below, we're actually very close to another fletching level, almost level 96, which means we are so damn close to 99. Well, there we go guys, all of the bolts are sold off for around a 750k profit, which is amazing once again for only taking around 20 minutes. That is an effective 2 or 3 mil an hour, which is incredibly good for me. Now because I'm very close to a fletching level, we're actually just going to go ahead and get that on magic longbows. We're going to go ahead and buy 2,000 magic longbows and bowstrings, and I think that probably will be enough to get the level. Alright, so this level has been quite a long time in the making, but after another hour of magic longbows, we are about to hit another fletching level, 96 fletching on the GE only account. That's pretty crazy. I think this is definitely going to be our next 99. Unless, of course, I get some motivation to actually burn all those logs I have in the bank, but that seems less likely than doing the very AFK and easy 99. And that means we only have 9 total levels left. Okay, so around 2 hours later, and we finally have gained enough combat experience for another combat level in attack, bringing us up to 43 attack. I don't think I need to do too much more combat training, but yeah, we should at least even off our defense. Well, I'm pretty sure I actually kind of legitimately forgot about the skill here, and that is Herblore. Herblore is very expensive, but compared to my other buyable skills, it's actually kind of low level. It's only in the low 80s, and even though Herblore is like minimum 10 GP to XP, it's not that bad considering the XP to level right now is not that high yet. So I think I was definitely sleeping on Herblore a bit. There's quite a few total levels here that I think will help actually speed up this last process quite a bit. Now with that said though, we're going with a very cost-effective route to start with. We're going to be making prayer potions with an amulet of chemistry equipped, which I think is the cheapest prayer training in the game right now anyway. Now one big drawback to this method is we don't have enough money to even get one level without having to decant everything, sell it back, wait a bit. It is a little bit annoying, but this is incredibly cheap experience right now. Okay, so we went ahead and decanted all of the potions, and we can sell them for 9,700. So we're selling all the potions for just a bit above 11 mil, and we bought all of the ingredients for about 11.3 mil. So right now we are almost breaking even making prayer potions. Not quite, but this is the cheapest I've ever seen them. Okay, so we ended up buying another batch of Renard potions, and after going through all of them, we ended up getting another Herblore level, bringing us to 81 Herblore and total level 993. We can now theoretically make the Saradomin brew, which maybe at some point, if we get kind of rich, we could maybe just do Sarah brews to 99, but it doesn't seem very likely at this point. Come on, mystery box, can we get the stale baguette? Easy clue scroll, I think that's almost definitely uncompletable, but whatever, we might actually keep it in the bank for now. After another long battle session with the imps, we have another level coming in here, 43 defense, which means we now have 43 attack, strength, and defense. And we're probably not going to need to get too many more combat levels. That possibly could be our last one, to be honest. You know, it's kind of a little sad, you know? I'm going to miss these imps. Wait, no I'm not. Okay, actually, we do have another level coming in here from the imps, and that is actually going to be a hit points level, bringing us up to 46 hit points, and bringing us up to total level 995. Only 5 more levels to go, guys. I am really hyped. So after selling off everything we reasonably could in the bank, we are left with around 14 mil. I'm not really sure if we have enough money to do a quicker Herblore method at this point. Just to be safe, we're going to continue on with the prayer potions for another level or two to try to conserve our money. Okay, after another hour and a half or something, we are going to get another Herblore level coming in here just on the prayer potions. So there is 82 Herblore. We can now make a super weapon poison. And that's brought us to only 4 levels left. I think at this point we probably could do something a bit quicker. Sure, we will lose a lot of money on it, but we're so close now, I don't think it matters that much. Now, because prayer potions are kind of slow relative to Herblore, we're going to go do a bit of an upgrade here. Another fairly cost-effective potion is actually making super energies, which are made out of Avanto potions. So we're going to go ahead and buy as many Avanto potions as possible. I think we can probably do around 7,000. And we also need 7,000 Mortmire fungus. Hopefully I did the math right on this one. So close, not quite. We'll just go ahead and buy like 6,400 and that will be close enough, I guess. These are actually so much quicker, but there we go. That's going to be another Herblore level coming in here. That is going to be 83 Herblore, bringing us up to 997 total level. We can now make a magic mix, but who cares? The real story here is another total level. There is level 84, guys. We're still on the original 7,000 potions we bought, but that has brought us up to total level 998. Only 2 more to go now. I can't believe it, guys. We are finally almost done. Well, we finally made it through all of these 7,000 potions, and now I guess we just have to figure out how much money we lost on it. I do think we will have enough funds to just finish off the 1,000 total, but this was actually quite expensive. So we had around 14 mil to begin with here, and after decanting all the potions and selling them off, we're going to be losing about 5 mil. That was really costly, my god. There we go, they're sold off, and we are down to 9.2 mil. Well, actually, considering we do have a few of the Avanto potions left in the bank, it wasn't quite that expensive, but still undoubtedly a massive investment. With that said, though, we managed to afford another 4,000 Avanto potions and Mortmire fungus, and hopefully that is going to be all we need. I can't believe it, guys. This is going to be the second to last level. There is 85 Herblore, which has brought us up to 999 total level. I can't believe it, guys. We've been working towards this for so long, and we're nearly there. I was about to be so pissed if that was going to be the Bob to random event. Well, our final random event, not the right one. We can probably just tell him to go away, but here we are, guys, at the end of things. Finally, after 6 months, maybe even 7 months at this point, we have achieved 1,000 total level on the GE only account without ever leaving the GE once, except in the beginning. That doesn't count though. There we go, guys, 86 total level, and of course the big 1,000 total. We do have the blue party hat on to celebrate. When I started this series, I had very little clue on how long it would take. I wasn't sure if it was going to take 1 month or 3 years, but in the end it took me about half a year. We gained 199, multiple level 90s, and around 40 million total experience. And I know because some people are probably interested, here is the final kill count for imps in the final loot. We ended up killing just a bit over 6,000 imps on her quest to 1,000 total, and the loot was worth around 2.7 mil. Unfortunately, there was no way for me to get a champion scroll. To get one of those, you do have to have access to the Champions Guild, which I didn't. But still, 6,000 imp kills would have given us a pretty good chance of getting it. So finally, I have reached the goal I set out for myself when I created the series, 1,000 total level without ever leaving the Grand Exchange. That is complete. So a lot of people are going to be asking, well, what next? Is the series done with, or are you going to continue it? And the answer to that is I am going to continue. I'm going to be setting myself a new goal, and that is going to be 1,500 total level. Now, you might say that that is completely insane and that I would just have to spend thousands of hours grinding out skills, lamping, and it wouldn't be that fun to watch. And you would be right. Sure, I could stay at the Grand Exchange for the next year, and I would make a fair bit of progress into some of the skills. I would max out all the Bibles, and you know what, I would slowly train up combat on imps. But honestly, at this point, I think that would be a little boring going forward. I've experienced much of the content that is only available in that one section of the Grand Exchange. So because I did reach the original goal I set myself, going forward I want to expand the area just ever so slightly, but by doing so it's going to change things forever. Now the most logical and interesting way to expand the series in my opinion would be to just actually unlock the passageway to the right, which leads to the Varrock Palace. I know it is not technically part of the Grand Exchange, but if you look at the edge wall, it does kind of look like it is meant to be one giant area. So as we have reached 1,000 total, we are going to be unlocking the new area to the right, our new companion, the Varrock Palace, and on top of that, we are also going to be unlocking the construction skill, which is pretty much attached to it. Well, after 7 months, we are finally going to take our first step out of the Grand Exchange. Well, I definitely ran out by accident a few times, but this is our first intentional steps out in quite a while. So there's a lot of new content to explore here. I mean, look at just on the right, it's beautiful. Oak trees, that will be so nice. Now, the first thing I definitely want to do is unlock the house. The house is going to be the key for quite a lot. Not only does it unlock construction, but it's also going to help us train farming. We're going to be able to train prayer and maybe even thieving. There's a lot in there, secrets to uncover, so we're definitely just going to go ahead and grab the house here right now. Thank you for the best deal on houses that there has ever been, only 1,000 gold. That is crazy, so that is going to be the only time we're going to leave this area. We'll mark it off again, and no more leaving. Now one thing we do have here is a farming patch, and theoretically we could rake the patches until we got till level 12 or something, then use a garden pie to boost. That's one option, but as you can see here, that is going to be a very slow option, and since we do have access to the house, there's going to be a much quicker way to get started with farming. Now I think the only fair way to get back and forth between my house is to teleport there, of course, with a house teleport tab, and then go back to the Grand Exchange with a Ring of Wealth. That way I'm not technically leaving the area, I'm just going directly to my house and then directly back. It's going to be a little bit inconvenient, but you know what, I think we can deal with it for the absolute wonder that is the player-owned house. So here it is guys, our empty house. I hope to get it into a really good shape eventually and maybe even max it out. Now to get started with farming, by far the best way for me to do it is to buy bagged plants on the Grand Exchange and watering cans, and then go ahead and plant them in my POH. You get really good farming experience and also construction experience, so we're going to be training both of them at the same time. Now after the 1,000 total level, we ended up with around 8 mil cash left over. Not a lot when it comes to construction training, but definitely enough to get us started. Jagex, please add an Eternal Ring of Wealth, I will be so happy if you do that. Alright, so essentially what we do is we teleport here with 3 watering cans, a spade, a home teleport, and a bunch of bagged plant ones, and we're just going to go to town planting them. 31 experience in both farming and construction, that is pretty amazing to get started here, and we already have 2 total levels coming in here, and it just feels so wrong to get them so quickly. So I ended up buying 80 of the bagged plants. We're going to go ahead and plant them all, and well, we'll see what level that gets us to. So there we go guys, we ended up planting all 80 of them. I would honestly continue with this further if it wasn't so goddamn expensive. These things are very expensive. So there we go guys, there is 15 farming. That is the level I wanted to start with because now we can go ahead and plant oak trees in our only farming patch, and I definitely want to get that started as soon as possible because like I said, this training method is way too expensive and really we're going to be better off just planting in a farming patch. So there we go, we have planted our very first oak sapling, one of many to come. Alright, so we have 7.5 mil to work with roughly, and construction is very expensive. Now, we don't have enough to get to our goal immediately, but the long-term goal I'm setting myself is to get to 71 construction, and right now we're going to invest into around 5,000 oak planks. Construction is notoriously expensive, and we definitely don't have the funds to do this yet. So the first thing we need to start off by making is actually a workshop. Now, construction is going to be fairly normal as far as training goes, except for one big drawback, and that is that we do not have access to a servant. While you don't actually get a servant to begin with anyway, once we get to level 50, we will not be able to buy the Demon Butler because he does not reside in the Grand Exchange, which means a huge quality of life and XP boost is not going to be available to us. It is definitely kind of annoying having to teleport back with the Rings of Wealth. We're still trying to figure out the perfect setup to make this as easy as possible, but anyway, there we go. There's level 30 construction already. Man, I went from getting like a total level a day to gaining 43 in like a couple hours already. There we go, our first tree is grown and it is a nice one. Bring this to another farming level. There's level 16 farming. Now, speaking of oak trees, we actually do have some in our area. Now, I'm not really sure whether this is going to be the best woodcutting training method in this area because we do have access to a farming patch, which means we theoretically could grow willow trees. However, the one drawback is we only have one willow tree, where here we actually have 3 oak trees. I think these may actually be the best training to 99. So our experience rates have gone up quite a bit. Before we were only getting around 15,000 per hour, and now we're up to 45,000 per hour, which is a notable increase. There's level 58 woodcutting as well. Now, one other really awesome benefit of accessing this new area is there are now quite a few activities I can do outside of the Grand Exchange area, which means I'll have a lot more chances of spawning random events, which means I'm going to eventually have to get the fishing random event and get that experience as well. Okay, we got another sapling coming in here, and that's going to be level 19 farming. We're getting through these levels very quickly. Okay, so I've been working on construction for a little bit here, and we're finally up to oak larders, which is a very common training method. Some people do all the way to 99 construction, and realistically, I think that's probably what I'm going to have to do as well. I'm not really sure if I'm ever going to be rich enough to do stuff like mahogany planks. It is possible, but I'm definitely making no promises here. A 200 mil investment seems a little bit out of reach right now. And with this final inventory here, I think that's going to bring us to level 40 construction. It feels pretty nice to actually have a quick skill to train for once, but I know that's not going to be the case forever. After that level, we actually are up to 1,058 total level, just like that. Anyway guys, I think that is where I'm going to end it for today's video. We did a lot today, including one more level here, 20 farming. Now that has brought us up to total level 1,059, which means we have gained 69. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Which means today we have gained 69 total levels on top of unlocking a brand new area and completing our original goal of 1,000. Thank you to everyone who made it this far, who watched the entire series up to now. I really appreciate everyone tuning in, sticking around, and I hope you guys enjoyed the entire thing. I am really excited with where this account is going to be going into the future. I think it's going to be an equally, if not more challenging goal to reach, but with more content unlocked, I'm really excited to do it. Anyway guys, if you are excited to see the series continue, let me know with a like down below in the video. Always appreciate it, and I will see you in the next episode. Now before I go here, I'm going to give a massive thank you to all of my members over on YouTube. A massive thank you to Cappy, Sage's Reign, Colin Corley, Timothy Chen, Guy Fox 1227, Valhalla Lad, Brad Sings, Ocelot, and Kush Patel for all subscribing at the Dragon tier of YouTube membership. The list is very long and I appreciate all of you guys so much. Also a big thank you to Bratton Griffin, Base Titch, All Things Gaming, and Birdbot for subscribing at the Rune Knight tier. Thanks again guys. As always, if any of you guys are looking for another way to support the channel, becoming a YouTube member is an awesome way to do so. You can become immortalized in all of my future videos, get access to my video release schedule, and of course get a custom role in my Discord server. Thanks a lot guys, and I'll see you next time.